my dear students, welcome to my channel. Let's learn and grow. Dear students, today we are going to learn figure of speech. Dear students, before starting our today's lesson, have you ever think about the questions? Why do we wear ornaments? Why paint on the wall? Why the spices are added to the food? Why we use tongue twisters? Why the song and the poem has rhyme scheme? Can you guess the answers of all the above questions? Yes, the answer is so simple. We do all this for adding additional flavor and beauty to everything. Dear student, there are different ways to add goodness and flavor to everything. But when we specially talk about the beautification of language and literature, we have to use some techniques. We have to show magic of words. And dear student, that magic of words called as figure of speech. So dear student, today we are going to learn figure of speech. Dear student, अगर फिगर ऑफ स्पीच को सिंपल वे में समझे तो ऐसे समझा जा सकता है। स्टूडेंट्स, जब कभी आपको आपके फ्रेंड के बर्थडे पार्टी में जाना होता है या फिर कोई वेडिंग सेरेमनी अटेंड करनी होती है, तब आप अच्छे अच्छे क्लॉथ्स वेयर करते हो। कुछ गर्ल्स ऑर्नामेंट वेयर करती है। बस गर्ल्स ही क्यों, बल्कि बॉयज़ भी तो डिजिटल वॉच गॉगल वेयर करते हैं। ये सब किस लिए? जस्ट बिकॉज और ज़्यादा सुंदर लगने के लिए, अपनी ब्यूटी को और ज़्यादा अच्छे से प्रेजेंट करने के लिए। ठीक इसी तरह डियर स्टूडेंट, हम लैंग्वेज में भी कुछ वर्ड्स को यूज़ करते हैं जिससे कि हमारी बात और खूबसूरत लगे, वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों तक कन्वे हो पाए, या फिर हम अपनी बात को ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग वे में प्रेजेंट कर सके। सो दैट टेक्निक्स ओनली कॉल्ड एज फिगर ऑफ स्पीच। सो डियर स्टूडेंट, this video which you are going to watch is one of the video in series of figure of speech which I'm going to publish on my channel in few parts. Dear student, in this series I'll complete most of the figure of speech in English. These figure of speech are very important for any learner for adapting good writing skills and conversation skills. Dear student, here in English language there are more than 250 figure of speeches. But today we are going to discuss the most common ones which covers the major portion of our language. Dear students, in part 1 we will cover the following figure of speech. That is, first one is simile, second metaphor, third one is personification, fourth apostrophe, next one is onomatopoeia, next one is alliteration, after that repetition, and last one is pun. So dear student, let us start with the brief discussion on what is figure of speech and what is the importance of figure of speech in English language. Dear students, so finally we reach a very short and simple definition of figure of speech. See the definition. Figure of speech is a literary tool to enrich the power of language, which helps the poet or writer to convey their ideas more effectively. Dear student, now see the importance. Students, if I'm not wrong in saying, using figure of speech in language is like sprinkling condiments over bland food so that it tastes better. Means we will understand it by the points. See the first point, the figure of speech adorn the language, means it makes our language more beautiful. Second point is, figure of speech add color and interest. Next one is, figure of speech awaken our imaginations. It is a cause of excitement. The figure of speech or figurative language help us to understand message better than words only. Now the next point is, the figure of speech provide emphasis, freshness and clarity to our expressions. This is the importance of figure of speech in English language. Okay dear students, for your better understanding, consider two sentences. See the first one. He ran fast versus second one is he ran like the wind. Dear student, in the above sentences, while the word fast does not help you to guess the speed as how fast he is, the second expression ran like the wind does it. Means student, फर्स्ट सेंटेंस में हमें बस इतना समझ आता है कि वो तेज भागता है, बट सेकेंड सेंटेंस में हमें उसके भागने की स्पीड हवा की तरह मीन्स बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट है ये समझ आता है. डियर स्टूडेंट, वन मोर नोटेबल पॉइंट इज दैट देयर कुड बी मल्टीपल फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इन वन सेंटेंस, सो नो नीड टू बी कंफ्यूज्ड. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, कभी कभी वन सिंगल सेंटेंस में भी एक से ज़्यादा फिगर ऑफ स्पीचेस हो सकते हैं. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, नाउ लेट अस कवर ईच ऑफ द फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इन डिटेल. द वेरी फर्स्ट and one of the most commonly used figure of speech in English, that is simile. So, see the definition of this figure of speech. A simile is a phrase that is comparison between two different things having at least one common quality between them. It uses the words of comparison which includes like, as, so as, etc. Dear student, in simile there is a comparison between two things, and if you say that one thing is like another thing, that is simile. Dear student, simile में दो अलग अलग ऑब्जेक्ट में कंपैरिजन किया जाता है, बट उनमें एटलीस्ट वन थिंग कॉमन होती है. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम स्टूडेंट्स हमें सिमिली में सो, एज, लाइक ऐसे वर्ड देखने को मिलते हैं. डियर स्टूडेंट, हियर यू शुड पे स्पेशल अटेंशन दैट द थिंग्स बीइंग कंपेयर्ड शुड बी डिफरेंट. मीन्स सिमिली में ह्यूमन का कंपैरिजन ह्यूमन से नहीं बट अदर थिंग्स लाइक एनिमल, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंग्स, नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स से करना होता है. वन ऑफ द मोस्ट परफेक्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ सिमिली इज my brother is as tall as giraffe. Dear student, here basically the boy is not being compared with giraffe, but the height of the boy is being compared with the height of a giraffe. Dear student, इस sentence में boy and giraffe ये two different things में one thing common है, that is height means tallness. Dear student, let us see few more examples. First, the moon shone bright like a diamond in the night. Second one, the girl's eyes were as black as coal. After the examination, student felt as light as a feather. Fourth one, the glow of her face was as bright as sunshine. And last one, his heart is as hard as stone. Now, डियर स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पर स्टोन एक अलग थिंग है और हार्ट एक अलग, बट दोनों में वन थिंग कॉमन है, दैट इज हार्डनेस. डियर स्टूडेंट, आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. नाउ टर्न टू द सेकंड फिगर ऑफ स्पीच, दैट इज मेटाफर. मेटाफर इज एन advanced form of simile. Simile makes a comparison, but metaphor makes a declaration. Metaphor says that one thing is another. Metaphor does not say that he is as brave as lion. It declares that he is a lion. In metaphor, we say that the object 1 is object 2. So it is an implied comparison. So dear student, see the definition. Metaphor is a figure of speech in which something spoken as being something else even though it is not that something else. In metaphor, words of comparison are not used. Means in metaphor, comparison is made between two different objects without using any comparison words. Okay dear student, I'll explain it with an example. See the example. Life is one big roller coaster ride. Dear student, do you know roller coaster ride? ये वन टाइप का बड़ा सा झूला होता है जो रोल होते हुए घूमता है. Dear student, in this sentence, if life is being compared to roller coaster ride, and when we think of a roller coaster ride, we think of the twists and turns, the ups and downs. Here we relate the same experience with life. See few more examples of metaphor. First one, your brain is a computer. Second, you have a flower face. Next one is, my teacher is an angel for me. Fourth one, camel is the sheep of the desert. Fifth, this class is a market. Now sixth one, you have a heart of gold. Dear student, जैसे कि हम सिमिली में कहते हैं कि एक चीज़ दूसरी चीज़ की तरह है, बट इन मेटाफर हम कहते हैं कि एक चीज़ दूसरी चीज़ की तरह नहीं है बल्कि वो दूसरी ही है. डियर स्टूडेंट, जैसे कि आपने तारे ज़मीं पर मूवी का सॉन्ग सुना ही होगा, तू धूप है. दैट इज़ द परफेक्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ मेटाफर. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, कभी कभी आपके टीचर गुस्से में क्लास में आते हैं और कहते हैं दिस इज़ वेजिटेबल मार्केट. मीन्स दैट टाइम शी इज़ परफेक्टली यूजिंग मेटाफर. Dear student, don't be confused in simile and metaphor. In simile and metaphor, both involves comparison of unlike things. Here is one useful tip that will help you to tell that one is different from the other. See the tip. A simile uses the words like or as, while metaphor does not. मीन्स डियर स्टूडेंट्स, सिमिली में लाइक, एज ऐसे वर्ड्स सिमिलैरिटी दिखाने के लिए यूज़ होते हैं, बट मेटाफर में ऐसे कोई वर्ड यूज़ नहीं होते हैं. समटाइम्स द सेम मैसेज कैन बी कन्वेड यूजिंग अ सिमिली और यूजिंग अ मेटाफर. मीन्स सिमिली या मेटाफर दोनों में से किसी का भी यूज़ करके सेम मैसेज हमें कन्वे कराया जाता है. सो व्हेन आई से in the battle, he fought like a lion. Here, in this sentence, I am using simile. While in the sentence, if I say he was a lion in the battle, in this sentence, I used metaphor. See the another example that will clear the difference between simile and metaphor. First one, at office, she was as busy as a bee handling several tasks at once. Here it is simile, but if I say the secretary was a busy bee flitting around the office and handling several tasks at once. Here in second sentence I used metaphor. Dear student, I hope now it is clear to you. Our third figure of speech is personification. Personification means basically representing human qualities to non-humans. They may be abstract ideas, non-living things and animals also. Means in personification we represent an inanimated object or animals or abstract ideas as a person. Dear student, when we are saying that the sun stretched his golden arms and greeted everyone with his kind smile, here we are representing sun as a person and talking about it in terms of human characteristic like stretching his arm, having a smile, etc. Now, so dear students, see the definition. What is the definition of personification? Personification is a literary device that gives human-like characteristic to non-human entities. Means, student, suppose अगर हमारी कोई फेवरेट चीज़ हो तो हम लोग अगर उसे हमारे फ्रेंड जैसे ट्रीट करें या फिर उससे बातें करें या फिर किसी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंग को भी अगर हम ह्यूमन क्वालिटीज़ दें तो वो पर्सोनिफिकेशन फिगर ऑफ स्पीच होती है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सी द एग्जाम्पल, लाफ्टर होल्डिंग बोथ हर साइड्स। डियर स्टूडेंट, in this sentence, laughter means non-living or an abstract thing is given human quality of holding. यहाँ laughter को human quality दी गई है. That's why it is called as personification figure of speech. Dear students, here is one confusion that animals are already living beings. So can we use personification for it? The answer is yes. If animals are given human qualities, then that is also called as personification. Let us see few more examples of personification. First one is lightning danced across the sky. Now here in first sentence, lightning is given the human quality of dancing. Second one is my alarm clock shouts at me to get out of bed every morning. Now third one, the moon played hide and seek with the clouds. Now moon is given human quality of playing. Next one, she did not realize that the opportunity was knocking at her door. Now in this sentence, opportunity, it is an abstract thing that is given human quality of knocking. Means, student, in all the above sentences, personification figure of speech is used. I hope you understood it. Now turn to the next one, that is fourth one. Apostrophe. Dear student, an apostrophe takes personification one step forward, in the sense that we not only represent the object or an idea as a person, but also we speak to it or we addresses it directly as it is present there, and we think that it is capable to understand our feelings. Let us clear it with an example. See the example. O death, where is thy sting? Now, in this sentence, poet is addressing an abstract noun, means जैसे हम किसी person से बात करते टाइम उसे एड्रेस करते हैं, ठीक उसी तरह अबो सेंटेंस में डेथ, जो कि एक abstract thing है, उसे एड्रेस किया गया है. Now, dear students, see the definition of an apostrophe. Apostrophe is a figure of speech in which a speaker directly addresses an abstract idea, absent or non-existent person or thing as it present and capable of understanding. Dear student, let us see few more examples. See the example of apostrophe. Oh cell phones, why you always ring at an untimely hour? Now in first sentence, cell phone, it is a non-living thing, but here poet addresses it as a living being. Now second one, O liberty, what things are done in thy name? Here thy means it is a old word that is used for your. Means student, यहाँ पे जो thy word use हुआ है, ये पुराने लिटरेचर में your word के लिए यूज किया जाता था. डियर स्टूडेंट, यहाँ स्टैचू ऑफ लिबर्टी को एड्रेस किया गया है एज अ पर्सन. मीन जब भी हम डायरेक्टली किसी को एड्रेस करते हैं, या जो एक तो एग्जिस्टेंस में ही नहीं है या फिर वो अभी हमारे सामने नहीं है, या जब हम किसी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आइडिया को ह्यूमन के जैसे क्वालिटीज देते हैं या उनसे बात करते हैं, तब वो एपोस्ट्रोफे फिगर ऑफ स्पीच कहलाता है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ फिगर ऑफ स्पीच, दैट इज अलिट्रेशन. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आपने आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ ये गेम तो खेला ही होगा. चंदू के चाचा ने चंदू के चाची को चांदी के चम्मच से चटनी चटाई. आई होप आई स्पोक इट करेक्टली. Dear students, ये और कुछ नहीं बट वर्ड्स के साथ ट्रिकीली खेला गया है, जिससे कि एक पर्टिकुलर साउंड का बार बार रिपीटेशन करके फन क्रिएट किया गया है। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, सच टाइप ऑफ ऑल द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ टंग ट्विस्टर्स आर कॉल्ड alliteration. Alliteration is a figure of speech in which the same sound is repeated in a group of words. Dear student, let us see the definition. Alliteration is the conspicuous repetition of identical initial consonant sound in successive or closely associated syllables within a group of words, even though spelled differently. In simple language, alliteration is the repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of word. Dear student, alliteration में consonant sound repeat होते हैं, तो वो भी most of the times at the beginning place of a word. Dear students, alliteration से ही related two other things है, मे भी आपने सुना होगा, assonance and consonants. These are somehow related to alliteration, but ये अभी बहुत ज़्यादा डीप हो जाएगा, सो आप अभी alliteration पर फोकस कीजिए. In next part, I'll cover these two. Dear student, you must remember that alliteration is repetition of sound, not just letters. Means alliteration sounds का repetition होता है, just letters पे हमें फोकस नहीं करना है. Dear student, let us see few more examples of alliteration. See the first one. Peter picked a pick of pickled peppers. Here P consonant sound is repeated. Now the second one. She sells seashells by the seashore. A good cook who cooks cookies as much as a good cook could cook cookies. Here k sound is repeated. Now next example. Little Lakshman likes lychee. Last one. Kiran's kid kept playing. These are the few examples of alliteration. Now dear student, turn to next one, that is repetition. Dear student, repetition repeats any word, phrase, clause or any sentence, not necessarily the first one. Dear students, repetition figure of speech भी alliteration की तरह ही repetition से related है, but alliteration में sounds repetition पर focus होता है, जबकि repetition में कोई भी word, phrase, clause यहाँ तक कि कोई line या sentence भी repeat हो सकता है. Let us see the definition. Repetition could be any literary device in which a word, phrase or sentence is repeated for two or more times. Dear students, let us take few examples. See the examples. The first one is, the bird said, I don't sing because I am happy. I am happy because I sing. Second, if you think you can do it, you can do it. Here, see, you can do it, you can do it. It is used for two times. Now the next, the boss said, don't come late, don't leave early, and don't delay your work. Here, don't word is repeated. Now the next example, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Here, the whole line is repeated for two times. Mean here, poet is using repetition. The last example is, I felt happy because I saw the others were happy, and because I knew I should feel happy, but I wasn't really happy. Dear student, see the last example. The word happy is repeated more than twice, so it is repetition. Dear student, एक बात हमेशा आपके ध्यान में रहनी चाहिए, हम ये सब फिगर ऑफ स्पीच का यूज लैंग्वेज में क्यों कर रहे हैं? द आंसर इज सो सिंपल. हम हमारी बात को और ज़्यादा अच्छे से कन्वे करना चाहते हैं, दैट्स वाई वी आर यूजिंग सच टाइप ऑफ फिगर ऑफ स्पीच. Dear student, now we will turn to another type of figure of speech, that is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia refers to the formation of a word from a sound associated with what it named. Means, dear student, these are basically sound words. Means, if you experiences anything about sound in literature, you can say it is onomatopoeia. Dear student, when we say buzz of bees and hiss of snakes, the buzz and hiss actually imitate or copied the actual sound made by the bee and the snake. And dear student, there is a whole range of animal sounds named in such way. Not only animals but many other real life instances of such sounds. Means, in our life we use such type of sound words, such as telephone rings. Ring is actual sound made by the telephone, such as crackle, sizzle, etc. Dear student, onomatopoeia हमें साउंड से रिलेटेड वर्ड्स देखने को मिलते हैं. जैसे अगर हिंदी एग्जाम्पल से समझे तो बादल की गड़गड़ाहट, बारिश की छमछमाहट. मीन जो बारिश के गिरने पर साउंड आता है उसे छमछमाहट कहा जाता है. मीन्स ये ओनोमैटोपोइया का एग्जाम्पल है. लेट अस सी वन मोर एग्जाम्पल. द बजिंग बी फ्लेव अवे. Here the buzzing word is describing the sound which is made by bees. Dear student, see the definition of onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the use of meaningful sound effects in poetry or prose to make the description more expressive and interesting. Now we will see some examples. See first one. The snake slithered and hissed. My favorite singer has raspy voice. The large dog said bow bow. Last one. The leaves were rustling. In all the above examples, the words are describing sound. That's why it is examples of onomatopoeia. Dear student, the last figure of speech in first part which I am going to cover today, that is pun. A pun is a humorous way of using a word or phrase so that more than one meaning is suggested. Dear students, see the definition of pun. The pun is a form of word play that exploits multiple meaning of a term or of similar sounding words for an intended humorous or rhetorical effect. Means, in this figure of speech, a single word gives us more than one meaning. Means double meaning it is conveyed, and that's why humor is created. Let us clear it with few examples. First one, see. The Republican Party has played its trump card, that's this election in the USA. Dear student, in this example, the play is on the word Trump, which means victory, and it is also the surname of Donald Trump. Means, dear student, पन फिगर ऑफ स्पीच में कुछ वर्ड्स को यूज करते हुए ह्यूमर क्रिएट किया जाता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड पन. मीन्स डायरेक्ट जोक नहीं किया जाता है, बट जो वर्ड्स के थ्रू ह्यूमर क्रिएट किया जाता है उसका डबल मीनिंग होता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन टू ऑर्थोपेडिक्स started a new surgery, it was a joint operation. Here the writer played with the joint word because it is used for double meaning. Means orthopedist who is a doctor related to the bones, उन दोनों ने मिलकर किया है, that's why joint, and जो हमारे bones होते हैं उनके भी joints होते हैं, that's why यहाँ पे joint word पर राइटर ने जो क्रिएट किया है. डियर स्टूडेंट, टुडेज टॉपिक is very important from class 5th, 6th to competitive exam level. So please learn it properly. So in this way, dear students, today we learned few most commonly used figure of speech. Remaining types we will cover in second part. Dear student, if you feel the video is helpful for you, then please like it, share it and subscribe my channel. I'll meet you soon with new topic in next video. तब तक के लिए keep learning and always remember, do the best and be the best. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.